Gun fam, what's up? It's the Gun Brother. Thanks for tuning in. Just out here hanging out. Like I said, had a couple of more thoughts on the whole DC takeover thing. Now that we 2-3 weeks in, or maybe even a month, and it's not really about praise or anything like that, because some people are feeling like it's working, it's done the job, it's cleaned up DC. All right, even if that's your point of view, and that's cool. This is not about who did it. It's not about anybody's political leanings or any shit like that. The main thought that I have when I think about this whole thing is it's not sustainable. You can't keep the National Guard here forever. You can't keep the feds that are augmenting MPD here forever. And from what I understand, a lot of these people are not even agents. These people are desk jobs and stuff like that. So it's just not a sustainable effort. So when they go away, what's gonna happen? Is the crime rate gonna go right back to what it was or what? So if that's the case, then what do you do then? Now, my other beef with the whole thing is this. It's like a dragnet. So it's not just catching, well, I haven't really seen it undo a whole bunch of crime other than their presence seems to be affecting activity. In other words, people aren't out just on the corners, and so therefore the murders have been down reportedly. So, and like I said, I'm not kicking it. I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm saying, number one, it's not sustainable, but number two, the dragnet effect is catching everybody. So in other words, the last few checkpoints I've seen, the last one I saw was on New York Avenue, outbound, going towards Maryland. So they were catching mostly Maryland people. They were giving people tickets for tents. They were giving people, maybe some people had warrants, because I did see a guy in cuffs. I think one guy was drunk on his motorcycle. I think that's what was in the caption. Tents, no front tag, stuff like that. And that's not violent crime. That's not catching anybody. That's not a focused effort on decreasing violence in the city. So it's a dragnet effect that's having an effect on those numbers. And that's what I'm seeing. So I just think, like I said, it's not sustainable and it's not focused on what it should be focused on. And when they go away, what's going to happen? Okay, what you going to do? Move on to another city and do the same thing? Or you going to keep it here like this forever? And because that dragnet effect has people like me. So I moved out of the city when I was like 30. So born and raised there. Love DC, always will claim DC, always. 5th and Ingraham, 5th and Kennedy, uptown, just for the record. I don't want to go down there. Now, I will say one time it was a crime-related thing, because I think they had a concert. I forgot what the little dude's name was, but he had a concert down the MCI Center, and like 150 vehicles got broken into that night. So, I don't feel like going through that either. But at the same time, I don't want to come driving down New York Avenue and get caught up in a checkpoint and get a tent ticket. That's just dumb. And tent tickets are stupid anyway. You got police cars with tents on the front windows, and I don't like that defense. But tent laws are stupid. Tents are for security. Okay, anything can be used for bad, but tent laws are stupid. But anyway, so yeah, I'm not driving down to the city to go either have a drink or hang out or get some food and then end up getting a tent ticket or some other stupid violation. So yeah, I stay, other than going to the wharf, went down to the wharf, got to get crabs for Labor Day. That's non-negotiable. So, but I didn't run into anything, so I was happy about that. But tell me what y'all think, man. And if you living in the city, let me know what you think. And wherever you are, as far as going to DC, how you feeling about it right now? All right. With that being said, Gun Brothers out. I'll talk to y'all soon.